My wife calls my nonverbal son a problem child, but his secret drawings just showed me she's the one poisoning him. For the first year after I married Amelia, our life looked perfect. From the outside, we were the picture of a happy, blended family. Amelia, my beautiful, patient wife, me, the loving father, and my son, Leo. But for the past 6 months, that perfect picture had started to fray at the edges. Leo was sick. It wasn't one thing, but 100 little things. A constant, heavy lethargy that clung to him like a wet blanket. Sudden, violent stomach pains that would leave him pale and trembling. Mood swings that were far beyond the norm for an 8-year-old. The doctors were stumped. Blood tests, allergy panels, endoscopies. Everything came back normal. It's just a virus, one would say. Growing pains, another would suggest. The fact that Leo is nonverbal made everything 1,000 times harder. He couldn't tell me what was wrong. He couldn't describe the pain. He could only communicate through his tablet or through his drawings, and lately, even those had become dark and withdrawn. Amelia, of course, was a saint. She was the perfect, caring stepmother, a pillar of patience and grace. She'd rub Leo's back when his stomach hurt, her voice a soft, soothing melody. "Poor little guy," she'd murmur, stroking his hair. But when Leo was out of the room, her tone would change. We'd be in the kitchen, cleaning up after another dinner he'd barely touched, and she'd lean against the counter, her expression a careful mix of sympathy and concern. "Honey," she'd say, her voice low and reasonable, "I think we need to face facts. This is behavioral. He's acting out for attention, but the stomach pains, the lethargy, I'd argue, that's real. Of course it's real to him," she'd counter, her voice never losing its gentle, placating tone. "But it's psychosomatic. He knows it gets him out of school. He knows it makes you worry. You coddle him too much, Mark. You always have." And a part of me, the part that was so exhausted from months of sleepless nights and endless doctor's appointments, wanted to believe her. It was an easy answer, a simple solution, but another part of me, the father part, the part that knew my son better than anyone on earth, I had this deep, gut-wrenching feeling that something was terribly, physically wrong. I just couldn't prove it. And every time I looked at Leo, at the dimming light in his eyes, I felt a gnawing, helpless terror. Amelia kept saying he was a problem child who needed therapy. I was starting to believe her, but what I didn't know was that my son was already telling me exactly what was wrong. In the only language he had left, Leo's drawings had always been his voice. His room was a gallery of his imagination. Vibrant, detailed pictures of rocket ships and dinosaurs and our dog, Buster. But lately, even his art had grown quiet. He hadn't shown me a new drawing in weeks. The first clue came on a Saturday morning. I was cleaning his room, dusting the bookshelf, when I found it lying on his desk. It was a new drawing, a family portrait. There was me, a goofy stick figure with a beard. There was him, a smaller figure holding my hand. And there was Amelia, but her face, her smiling stick figure face, was completely obliterated, violently scribbled over with a thick red crayon. A brutal red X eye picked it up, a strange chill crawling up my spine. I took it downstairs, trying to make a joke of it. I held it up for Amelia to see. "Bit of a harsh critique, don't you think?" I said, forcing a laugh. Amelia's smile was tight, her eyes cold. "See?" she said, her voice sharp with a kind of triumphant validation. "This is the anger I was talking about. He's resentful of me." A therapist I was reading said this is a classic sign. She had an explanation for everything. A neat, tidy psychological box to put my son's pain in. A box that made her the victim. I didn't say anything. I just folded the drawing and put it in my pocket. But I couldn't shake the image from my mind. The violence of it. The sheer, angry finality of that red X. Later that day I was taking out the trash, and I saw it. A crumpled up ball of paper at the bottom of the kitchen bin. My gut clenched. I pulled it out and smoothed it on the counter. It was another drawing. The same family portrait. The same red X, this time pressed so hard the crayon had torn through the paper. I went back to Leo's room. I looked in his little wicker trash basket by his desk, and there, buried under some crumpled homework, was a third one. The same drawing. The same violent, angry, desperate red X. Don't stop here. Full story continues on the channel. Link below.